tell you, Watson, it's not going to be good, and he won't be ready this week. Juju won't be ready this week. So, two different things there. As far as the game goes, I liked what I saw as far as just the team effort. All three phases contributed. We've got some things we can obviously work on both sides of the ball, special teams wise, likewise. But there were some real positives that we can take out of the game. We rushed, obviously for a lot of yards offensively. Defensively, I guess a strong offense. We were able to hold them in their rush yards and hold them relatively, and likewise in the pass game with the 3 turnovers. That was big. And then special teams wise, McCool had again a nice return there. Our Ariza was really punting the ball well, field position wise. I thought was a positive. I thought defensively, I thought Chris Jones just, as he's done every game, has just been really a dominant force. And people know that. I mean, the Raiders will know it too. They played against him before. So, but this guy is playing at that MVP level, defensive MVP level. So he takes a lot of pride in being the best, and right now he's doing that. He's showing that. So offensively, again, there were some good individual things that took place. With Kareem and the other running backs, I thought really ran hard. Pat had some big time runs for us. Pass game, we got to get a couple things, worked out. But we'll get that taken care of. Kelce had another productive game, as did Noah, and that combination was good for us yesterday as we went through the game. So again, all in all, and both lines, I thought on both sides of the ball did a nice job, and that is really where everything starts, and your production starts on both sides. It makes the secondary and linebackers look well on the defensive side. It makes the receivers, tight ends, and running backs look good on the offensive side. So with that, time's yours.
We'll kick things off with Nate Taylor. Go ahead, Nate.
Hello, Andy. I have 2 questions for you. The first is, you guys have used Travis in a number of ways this year, but I just wonder, obviously given his age, just what impresses you most about his ability as a blocker for other guys in the offense?
Yeah, he's so willing to do that. He just wants to win is what he wants to do, and make sure that we're doing well offensively. He's not selfish that way. He just wants to be in there, right? He wants to be in and playing, and as a result, if you take out the offensive lineman out of the picture, he's always one of the top play per game guy, and that's him. And he prepares that way during the week. He busts his tail during the week. So, and part of that's the run game, and he makes sure that he stays on top of that.
And then secondly, considering Juju's injury, how much has there been a discussion about elevating one of the guys on the practice squad, whether that's Nico Remigio, Justin Ross, just where have they progressed from the last time we saw them, obviously during the preseason?
Yeah, really all those guys on the practice squad, we've got a lot of trust in. So, and feel good about. And we've talked about it a little bit. I'm going to get with Veach here after we're done, and we'll go through everything. So, but I just came out of an offensive meeting and had a chance to talk to those guys and see what their thoughts were. We'll see. I haven't had a chance to really get with Veach on it.
We'll go next to Matt Derrick. Matt?
Hey, Coach. 2 questions for you. One, you mentioned Chris is playing at a NFL Defensive Player of the Year kind of level. How important would it be, and what would it mean to you, Chris, the organization, for him to get that award? And how much do is there you have to kind of campaign for the Chris in a position like that, since there's so many things that he does that doesn't show up in a box score?
Yeah, Matt. I mean, everybody goes off of sacks. I mean, that's, you kind of know that they look at sacks first, but what he does in the run game and the pass game, to me, is what constitutes somebody for that spot. And he's done this over and over a number of years here, and he's been close to the number of votes in that award with Aaron. But it's now. The thing that's amazing is here he is at this age and being paid what he's being paid, and the Joker just comes out and goes 100 miles an hour every play that he's in, pass and run, and he's dominant at that. And he's everybody's target. He'll be the Raiders' target this week from an offensive standpoint. But he works through that, and Joe Cullen helps him with that. Spags helps him with that. But the kid's there every day, and then every week, and so I get to see that.
And then with some of the rookies, we saw a little bit more from Jaden Hicks, and obviously Chris Roland Wallace had to play a bigger role yesterday. How much of the management of some of this rookie class and these younger guys has been with the understanding and expectation that you're going to play a 20-21 game season and wanting to make sure they don't hit that rookie wall?
Yeah, there is a rookie wall that the guys can hit at times. We try to manage that the best we can. We've had pretty good success with it with the young guys, where we can kind of get them through that phase. But the guys they're working hard. They're contributing in the games, and then. We'll just, as the college season goes on, when you start getting around that bowl time and guys, that's when they go, oh, geez, we still have 7 games left or 6 games left. And, that's kind of where you gotta look at, but we try to do a good job working them through all that.
We'll go next to Nick Jacobs. Nick?
And Kelce, I'll have a follow-up if I can, please. Andy, for you, throughout this year and through a lot of these big moments, it seems like the team can just find a way in the fourth quarter to lock in and close things out. Where do you feel like that's kind of happened for you guys over time?
Yeah, Nick, I think it starts with your locker room, your coaches, and just how do the guys like each other, like playing together? And then that whole trust thing that they develop with each other, I think, is important. Everything's not going to be roses when you're playing. You're going to have ups and downs in games. Very few teams go and win every game during a season. So you literally take it game by game and make sure you're taking care of business this week. And but I think the locker room has a big part of that. The coach's attitude with everything has a big part of that.
And then lastly, for you guys all getting together Friday night to be able to go watch high school football and everything, for you kind of on the sidelines, is there times where you're kind of looking at something as a play caller and seeing some of that? And what did it mean to you to see Tate be able to throw that game-winning throw there in the final 10 seconds?
Yeah, how about him, man? Gee, man, both those guys, and playing opposite each other, that was something. And they're both great kids. So, but Tate's a gamer, and he's been that since he was a little shooter, and now KU's going to get a good player, from all this, and it was great. That was a big game for both teams. And they love playing against each other. So it was great to have all the support out there. And it was hard for all of us to, you can't root for one side. You've got to go right down the middle because these kids have been at our training camp. We all love them. So they've worked our training camps, and you get to know them, and they're fighting their tails off to beat up on each other a little bit.
We have 3 more quick ones for you. We'll go first to Pete Sweeney.
Coach, the snap numbers indicate that Najee Johnson will end up being the choice, at least first, to potentially replace Jalen. What have you and Steve seen from him in A, getting back, and B, what he's been able to do since he's been back that gives you confidence that you'll be okay there?
Yeah, Pete, every week he's gotten better and stronger. And so that's the main thing. He's a good player. It's that he has the confidence in his leg and the leg's strong, and that just happens by playing. So every week it's been a positive going forward, and he's ready for the spot. And Two's also been in there. He's done it, and so he knows what it takes. And 2 different body types, and we'll need both of them. And they both need to step up. Watson was having a heck of a year, so now it's these guys have an opportunity here to step in and do the same.
We'll go next to Surin Petro. Surin?
And I'll have a follow-up too, if I could. Coach, you've obviously been dealing with a lot of injuries here, but not just injuries that going into the game. You've been hit a couple of times with wide receivers going down, wide receivers that would seem to have played, Rashee Rice and then Juju this past week, that were going to be a big part of the game plan. How do you weigh that? Is that something over the years you've learned? That's why there's – apologies. That was my phone. Sorry. Is that something over the years you've realized that, it just is something that, you have to be prepared for, that someone might go down?
Yeah, Surin, the coaches, I think, do a good job with rotating guys in during practice, making sure that everybody knows everybody's spot. And
Travis Kelce team Kansas City Chiefs has defeated the San Francisco 49ers with 28-18 score. On Sunday, the Chiefs became the unbeatable team during the NFL season. The Chiefs cornerback Christian Roland Wallace helped the team significantly after he intercepted 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy to thwart the 49ers series. After the tough game, Travis hailed the players from the rival team. "It's the best challenge in the league," he said. "I love going up against the best in the league, and Fred Warner is definitely one of those guys, and Nick Bosa is definitely one of those guys. They've just got a bunch of all-stars over there." The head coach Andy Reid was also satisfied by the performance of the team. He praised, "Overall, I just thought it was a good team performance. There were a lot of good things that happened. Defensively, I thought we just played great football. We had 3 picks against a really good offense, and it led to 14 points. Moreover, Travis' girlfriend